Hello, buddy, TK here, and welcome to another episode of the NECA Ultimate Archive Reviews. In this episode, as requested by AZQR, we will be doing the Halloween 2018 Michael Myers. If you have any suggestions for the NECA Archive Reviews, leave them down in the comment section down below, and I will get to them in the order that I see them. Next episode will be the Ultimate Chucky, as it has already been requested. So with that being said, let's get it on the packaging real quick. We have the original poster art for Halloween 2018 on the front, a movie I was very much a fan of. Halloween Ultimate Michael Myers. On this side, we have that same picture. We have Halloween NECA Real Toys at the bottom. On the back of the box, we have some obligatory product shots. A ton, actually. You can see everything you get in the packaging here, and you do get a little read right there. If you would like to read that, go ahead, pause the video, read it on up. And on the other side, we have Halloween NECA Real Toys. We have a nice picture. We have the same picture from the front. And if we open up the front flap, we have a nice picture of the figure right there. And we have where the figure would have sat in the packaging, surrounded by all the accessories right there. But with that being said, let's get this opened up. Or should I say, let's bring out the figure. And here we have the 2018 Michael Myers, an absolutely excellent figure, if I may say so. I really love this one. Let's get in here close on the head sculpt. So as you can see here, really phenomenal job they did on the weathering marks for the mask for Halloween 2018. I've always been a huge fan of this particular Michael Myers design. Just so damn good. This default head is actually my least favorite of the two heads. You get two head sculpts with this. This is my least favorite. I really prefer the alternate one, but still a really awesome head. You can see the ears right there, and the hair is absolutely phenomenally done, as you can see there. Really messy, really awesome. Really love this. And if you get in on this particular head sculpt, you can actually see the eyes. If you really look, you can actually see the eyes in there. It's kind of difficult to catch with the camera here, but they are in there on this particular head sculpt. You can't really see them on the other one, which is probably actually the main difference between the two. There is some other minor differences, but yeah, moving down to the torso, you can see you have the jumpsuit right here, which is absolutely phenomenally sculpted. They've used this same body sculpt for a couple other figures now, the Halloween 2 Michael Myers and the Roy Burns, and I just think it's absolutely fantastic. I really love the wrinkle work they do on this. You have the pockets right here, which look great. This is actually a unique thing to this particular figure is actually this little pocket right here. This isn't on the Roy Burns or the H2 Michael Myers, and the arms right here, which are identical to the H2 and Roy Burns. As you can see, they're really awesome wrinkle design going on there. The sculpt is just phenomenal. The hands right here, you have this really like weird like kind of blood tint to the hands. All the hands have a little like have a smidge of like blood, a hint of blood on them. This one has actually a little bit more, but the some of the alternate hands are actually a lot more bloody. You can see some blood right there on the torso right there, looking really nice. Once again, that wrinkle design is consistent throughout this entire figure, and it just comes across really perfectly. That is just one of the best parts about this figure, man, how wonderfully it's sculpted. And then the shoes here are also really awesome looking. You can see there, really well done. Paint work is absolutely phenomenal on these. But so yeah, this figure is absolutely excellent, if I may say so myself. But with that being said, let's get in on the accessories, which is one of the best parts about this figure, because this guy just comes loaded to the max with accessories. So first off, here is the alternate head. Like I said, I way prefer this head sculpt to the default one. As you can see here, if we bring back in the default one, as you can see here, it's so weird. It looks like the bangs go a little bit more forward down on this head sculpt. The eyes are a bit more slanted, and also you can see the eyes in this particular head sculpt. The hair is less messy as well, as you can see there. I don't know, these head sculpts always kind of confuse me why they even included this one, because I just think this one's so perfect. I think they honestly could have just left this one out, and no one would have really even, like, no one would have bat an eye. I just don't really think this one really needed to be included, but of course, the inclusion of it is nothing but good. So we'll pop that one off and put on my favorite one right there. So there it is with that head sculpt on, which I just really prefer. And I actually just rewatched this movie the other day, and honestly, this is way more accurate to the movie. I think this actually is a lot more accurate. The other mask is actually a lot more accurate to like the 1978 mask, and I don't know if that's what they were going for, but still really great right there. So that is your alternate head. Next up, you do get a bunch of alternate hands with this figure. You get, first off, you get 3 regular hands here. So you get 2 kind of relaxed hands. This one's actually a bit more of a gripping hand right here. And once again, you can see that blood kind of all over these particular hands here. You have this more relaxed hand right here for this side, and then this other side, and then on the other side here, you have this gripping hand, because of course the relaxed hand is on this figure default, which is nice. This is my preferred setup right here. And then you do also get a gripping hand for the other side if you want to have him wield a weapon in his other hand as well. Anything will work. These switch out pretty easily. They're not like the smoothest switch outs in the world, so they can be a little bit more difficult, but still, definitely a really, really, really nice amount of alternate hands here. But this is my preferred setup right here with the grip hand and the relaxed hand in this side. But you also get one other hand that I personally think is just a little bit more cool. You get this blown off fingers hand right here, which is just absolutely awesome. I truly love the inclusion of this hand. Sometimes I even like to display him with this one. I just change it up every now and then because I really do love this one. But yeah, it switches off really easily. That goes the same for all the other hands. There's just a peg right here. Now it can be a little bit finicky because of the hinge, and the hinge kind of is always like trying to go down on you, but there you go. Oh, that sounded a bit kinky. The hinge is always trying to go down on you, but as you can see there, you can get it in there, and you can have his fingers blown off. And if you have the ultimate Laurie Strode with her shotgun, this makes an absolutely fantastic display. So yeah, really, really, really cool there. But like I said, my preferred setup is the relaxed hand on this side, and then the weapon gripping hand on this side right here. So speaking of weapons, why don't we do weapons next? We get 3 weapons with this figure. Obviously the default, we get his butcher knife right here, looking absolutely phenomenal. I love this butcher knife. This is easily my favorite butcher knife NECA has given with the figure. This is just such a great one. I really, really love this one. And it just goes right into his hand there, and boom, really completes that Michael Myers look. I absolutely love this butcher knife. Like I said, easily my favorite NECA butcher knife they've ever given with a figure. Just so cool. And you can very easily, if you want, you can very easily switch it around and put it in his hand upside down, like that, and you can totally get him doing a stabbing pose right there, whatever you want to do. It is just so phenomenal. I love this butcher knife. It's easily the best one NECA's ever released, in my opinion. Next up, you do get the hammer as well from that awesome scene in Halloween 2018. Love that scene, that 2-minute long take. Oh man, love that scene. But yeah, this is a really cool accessory too. You can just put this into the hand right there, or you can put it into that other gripping hand you get with this figure on the other side, and there you go. You can have him with the hammer right there, which is another thing I like to switch up every now and then. I like to display this one with the hammer and sometimes with the knife. But yes, just such a cool hammer. Also really definitely like that. And it does represent one of my favorite scenes from the movie. And then the last weapon you get the fire poker, which I have to admit is my least favorite of all of his accessories, because it's just, I don't know, he hardly used this thing. I don't even think he even killed, I don't even think he killed anyone with this thing. In fact, I know he didn't kill anybody with this thing. But it is a cool accessory. I mean, if you want to use it, you can just stick it into his hand right here. It is kind of flimsy. I've always thought this accessory was a bit flimsy, and it doesn't go into his hand like perfectly well, but it is very accurate to the movie. It does look exactly like this in the movie, so overall definitely pretty cool. It does have it's a pretty nice little thing, but definitely my least favorite. Because it's just, I don't know, I just didn't think it was 100% necessary, but of course I appreciate the inclusion of it. Next up, we actually have, the rest of these accessories are absolutely awesome. So next up, you get the Heart Eyes pumpkin here with an actual LED light in it, which is just so cool. I put a little bit of double-sided tape right here, and that's just meant so it doesn't roll around, because trust me, without that tape, without something on the bottom, it will roll around all over the place. See, even with that tape, it wants to roll around, but with this tape, it does help quite a bit. So I would recommend maybe looking into that if that's a problem for you, but yeah, you just click the top of the pumpkin right here, and it does a little flickering effect right there. As you can see there, it kind of pulsates, which is absolutely awesome. I love this. Can't wait for the Ultimate Sam to see how they do that LED light up feature. But yeah, absolutely awesome accessory. I love this one. And the next accessory you get the officer's head here, the banh mi sandwich officer. Well, actually, it's the other officer. It's the other banh mi sandwich one. The guy who brings the brownie and ice cream and shit. That's like what a 5-year-old would bring if he could pack his own lunch. I love that scene. Personally, I know it's not the most loved scene, but I love that scene. But yeah, really funny scene. But yeah, this is such a cool accessory. I love the way this looks. I'm going to be getting the quarter scale Michael Myers eventually from this one, and I can't wait to get that quarter scale version of this, because it does include this. But yeah, super cool. And the way I display this, you can either just have it kind of sitting off to the side, or put it in his, just sit it next to him, or, even put it in his hand here if you want. You can just have him kind of holding it. But but what I do with it is I actually put it on a headstand. I actually stick it right on a headstand and have it displayed like that. And I think it looks super cool. It kind of reminds me of that episode from season 9 of The Walking Dead right there. But yeah, that is another really awesome accessory you get with this figure right there. And then the final accessory you get with this guy, which is also an absolutely awesome accessory, you get the Judith Myers Tombstone, which is such a great accessory. Like I said, the accessories are easily one of the best part about this figure. Like, all these awesome accessories, especially these two things, are just so cool. Those three things are so cool. But the hammer's awesome, this knife is awesome, and I also particularly really like the blown off finger's hand. All these accessories are just absolutely awesome in my opinion. So I really think they knocked it out of the park with the accessories on this particular release. So yeah, really awesome. But yeah, the Judith Myers Tombstone is just beautifully done. I like to put this, I actually like to display this with my Halloween 2 Myers rather than this one, because it's just a little bit more, there's a bit more of a connection with the H2 Myers in this than this one. So yeah, but still an absolutely awesome accessory for a Halloween display. NECA, on that note, give us a Halloween accessory set. I don't care if it's from Halloween 2018 or Halloween 2 or whatever movie you have to make it from. Just do an accessory set. I'll buy it. I swear that would be absolutely awesome. So yeah, those are all the accessories you get with this Michael Myers. Now for articulation, the head can go up that far, down that far. You can get his signature tilt right there, which is of course an absolute must-have. Full 360 as well right there. Arm can go a full 360, double jointed bend at the elbow. You can't get a full, you can't get like a full up, but you can get more than 90 degree, and the hands can go up and down like that, and they can swivel as well. There is a joint in the torso here. You can get a little bit of crunch and a little bit of back, which is always very much appreciated. You can get a slight amount of swivel in there, but this is all connected together, so I wouldn't really recommend pushing it too hard. Legs can go forward that far, back that far, actually a pretty good amount thanks to the pliable plastic in the butt here. And then the knees can do a little bit less than 90, actually quite a bit less than 90 now that I look at it. And then the feet can go down and up. And then this figure, as well as the Halloween 2 Michael Myers, actually has a really good ankle pivot, but the sculpt on this one actually interferes a little bit, so you can't get it as well with this one. You can get it, but the H2 Myers is like so much better when it comes to that. But still, you can still get a really good amount of ankle pivot with this particular figure. So with that being said, let's get in on comparisons. So here he is with the H2 Michael Myers, and guys, I honestly love both of these figures pretty much the same amount. These are both so great. They're absolute must-haves. I know everyone is picking their favorite between these, and I even did at one point, but honestly, these two figures are just so phenomenal. There's no choosing between them in my opinion. I just think they're both absolutely phenomenal and 100% both worth getting for your collection, because they're so great. But yeah, here they are together. Also, guys, here's another little thing. This is a trick you can do with the H2 Michael Myers. You can take the Blood Tears head sculpt and the Ben Tramer head sculpt and actually remove the hair from the Blood Tears head sculpt and the hair from the Ben Tramer head sculpt, and you can put it together, and it kind of makes a bit of a 1978 Myers head sculpt here. Now, it does still need some paint work here, as you can see here, but basically what you can do with this is you can pop this onto your H2 body, and you pretty much can kind of get a bit, not like a perfect, but you can get kind of a 1978 Michael Myers here. Now, it's not perfect. He should be skinnier, and I don't think the color's 100% correct either on the overalls, but I did want to show that real quick because I did try this, and I think it does work decently well. So, yeah, I did just want to throw that in there real quick. And here he is with the Ultimate Laurie Strode, which is, you gotta get both of these. If you're gonna get one, you gotta get the other. They just go together so perfectly. I love having these two figures displayed next to each other. They just look so good, and you can get so many great poses out of these. I'll definitely show some off during the showcase. Here he is with the Ultimate Freddy vs. Jason Voorhees. And we'll bring in a classic Jason to show what they look like together as well. So here's the Part 4 Jason. So you can see how he looks with a classic Jason. And then here he is with the Part 3 Freddy Krueger. Here he is with the 1990 V2 Pennywise. Here he is with the Ultimate Chucky, which is going to be our next Ultimate Archive review, so do prepare for that. And here he is with the Ultimate Leatherface, which is a candidate. If anyone wants to suggest the Ultimate Leatherface, he is available. Here he is with the Cult Classic Series 5 Jigsaw. NECA, please. I wanted Ultimate Jigsaw so bad. Please, please. Here he is with one of the Toony Terrors figures. So you can see how he scales with that Tunic Terror 6-inch line. Can't wait to get the upcoming Michael Myers. Can't wait, guys. Series 2 is coming out any day now. Can't wait. And last but not least, here he is with the King of the Monsters. Just cuz. Why not? Now for our showcase. Alright, so final verdict on the Halloween 2018 Michael Myers. Guys, I know this kind of goes without saying, but this is one of NECA's absolute best releases, period. At least top 10 for sure. This figure is just a freaking phenomenal. This sculpt is outstanding. The included accessories are just immaculate. $30 for all this stuff is just so great. A light up pumpkin, this awesome victim head, that Judith Myers tombstone. Just, this figure is an absolute must have, and everybody knows that. This has gotta be one of NECA's, like, magnum opus figures. This is just such a great figure. I'd recommend this to literally anyone. This figure is a 10 out of 10. No questions asked. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, leave your suggestions for the Ultimate Archive reviews in the comment section down below. And this is DK Guillotine, signing out. Next will be Ultimate Chucky.